UFC's going to Mexico City on Saturday. High elevation fist fights. And I bet more on this card than I have bet since the last time I brought a wad of cash to Las Vegas. What was that, 2 years ago? I don't know. I put a lot on this card, all right? I took some of the winnings from last week. We went with Sean Brady via submission over on the premium channel. That was plus 350. It was the first time I ever did a double wild card. And then I keep calling him Caio Fernandez? Caillou? I'm fucking that up. Fernandez looked good against Guram Kutaladze, who I've been saying's a little overrated. Guram wasn't able to do it, even with Hamzat and Ilya Topuria in his corner, even with the all-star corner. I got the first fight and the last fight, plus 350 on both of those. We're happy about that. All right? What I'm not happy about is that I got 6 locks straight and Mick Parkin was fucking robbed. He was, my boy T said anyway, minus 2,000 live after the end of the second round. Clearly lost the third, but not great. I should go back and rewatch that one before screaming robbery. But anyway, would have been 7 locks in a row. That's all right. Right back on the fucking horse and we ride. Okay, folks, I'm talking UFC Mexico right now. I got so many locks I like on this card. Just picking 5, I think, was the hardest part because there's 8 fights that I was very excited to already bet on. Lines are moving quickly. I haven't seen lines move this quick in a minute. Maybe it's just because I'm staring at the odds. I'm the type of guy where I make all my picks first, then I look at the odds. But I've seen them move since I bet on them on Sunday. It's Monday night, and I'm seeing shit move quite a bit. So let me drop them for you guys. My 5 most confident picks for UFC Mexico City. Let's go with the champ. I'm going Brandon Moreno. I think Assassin Baby should be able to beat up a Steve Erceg. Steve Erceg had his boxing exposed by Kai in Australia. And he had his wrestling exposed by the champ. And now here we got a guy who I think is better at wrestling, but clearly better at boxing in Brandon Moreno. I think Brandon Moreno should be looking good against Steve Erceg here in Mexico City. All right. So I'm going Assassin Baby. Then give me Joe Pyfer. Kelvin Gastelum's a acquaintance, almost a friend. He was a training partner of mine. I put rounds in sparring Kelvin. I know Kelvin well. Kelvin's a little bit too hittable for a real middleweight like Joe Pyfer, who's a tremendous grappler as well. I'm going Joe Pyfer in this one. Then give me Raul Rosas Jr. I think Vince Morlaes is decent, but Raul Rosas Jr. should be able to out-wrestle him. Then let's go with David Martinez over Saimon Oliveira. David Martinez trains at Elevation. Saimon Oliveira doesn't. Saimon Oliveira's been out the game for years, okay? And I don't think the striking is going to go too well for him against a David Martinez. All right, I'm going with Assassin Baby Brandon Moreno. I'm going with Joe Pyfer. I'm going Raul Rosas Jr. I'm going David Martinez. And for the last one, it's tough. I got a few here. It's hard to pick. I'll say purely confidence-wise, not looking at odds. I'll go Rafa Garcia over Vince Pachel. The reason why is because Vince Pachel is at fade level at this point. He's a 42-year-old lightweight. That's not good. And Rafa Garcia, I think, has more potential than some people are going to give him. Pretty decent power. He could pack a punch. He's got a wicked guillotine. I think he should be able to handle himself against a Vince Pachel, but there are some ones here that I jumped at betting on that I didn't include. All right, if you want those, go check out the free channel, link in description. If you want access to the premium channel, it is at just DM at MikeFinchShow on Instagram. It's the best way to get in. You could also DM me directly at MikeFinchMMA, but I'm just going to send you over there if you want in the premium channel. If you want specific bets, a long parlay, etc., you're welcome to DM me at MikeFinchMMA. All right. You want to break these down? Let's start with the champ. Assassin Baby is good. Assassin Baby is Mexico City ready, I believe. I think his cardio has been a weapon for him. Assassin Baby's ability to do it while he's tired. Like, as Steve Erceg gets tired, I get concerned he's going to get knocked out. Assassin Baby and Steve both have solid jiu-jitsu, but I think the wrestling has to lean towards Brandon Moreno. And so you're going to give me the boxing, you're going to give me the wrestling. The jiu-jitsu maybe cancels out, but club and sub, I think, is potentially live for Brandon Moreno. I really feel like that boxing is going to come into play. You know, I think what Kai was able to show us is that you can get past the Muay Thai of Steve Erceg by engaging with good dynamic boxing. Move your head, make a miss. Steve Erceg stands too straight up. When he misses, he's too easy to counter. I think Brandon Moreno should be able to look real good here, potentially catch himself a finish in the main event, which would just be tremendous for him. So I like Assassin Baby in this one. Joe Pyfer. Joe Pyfer is huge. First of all, Kelvin Gastelum should probably be fighting at 170. Like, what are his key wins at 185? What, an aged Michael Bisping with one eye, etc.? He's got a couple wins at 185, but the Israel Adesanya fight was incredible. But we're past that, man. We're on to this Kelvin Gastelum. We're on a 2025 Kelvin Gastelum. And I think his best days are behind him. I believe that Joe Pyfer's best days are in front of him. I think if you did a pure striking match, Joe Pyfer has the advantage. I think if you do a pure grappling match, Joe Pyfer has the advantage. So in mixed martial arts, I don't see where Kelvin Gastelum gets this thing done. Now, I've kicked Kelvin Gastelum in the head. I've punched Kelvin Gastelum in the head. He has a fucking head made out of titanium. He did not blink. Okay? Kelvin popped me with a jab I thought was a fucking right hand. Kelvin can sting with his shots. He's incredibly hard to knock out. However, if anybody's going to do it, it's Joe Pyfer. And looking at the matchup here, Kelvin's not that hard to hit. And if Joe Pyfer puts one on you, he's at least going to put him down. And if he puts him down on the ground, he could come up and grapple. You know? As Kelvin's trying to shoot into him or whatever, catch a neck, I don't know. Joe Pyfer by submission could be live. I think Joe Pyfer gets this thing done. The question is it a finish or not? Is the real question for me. All due respect to Kelvin Gastelum, of course, as my dude. David Martinez and Saimon Oliveira. Saimon Oliveira, not a frequent customer, and already has shown some holes in his striking, and he's up against this knockout striker. Saimon Oliveira trains at sea level in Brazil. He's up against a dude who trains at high elevation in Mexico. I think David Martinez knockout is very live here, although you don't have to go crazy like that. I think David Martinez is definitely live for a win here. I don't see Saimon Oliveira getting out of the first or second round, though, to be frank with you. Rafa Garcia and Vince Pachel. Vince Pachel was okay at one point. That point is past. Okay? His last quality win was 2021. Rafa Garcia, a lot more potential. I do think a club and sub is very live here for Rafa Garcia. I'm not chasing a bet on a finish here, especially. Because I did look, it's like minus 500 to bet Rafa Garcia straight up. But hey, the show is most confident. Picks, I think picks-wise, against a 42-year-old Pachel, yeah, Rafa Garcia gets this shit done. All right, one more time for my people in the back. I'm going Rafa Garcia. I'm going David Martinez. I'm going with Raul Rosas Jr. I'm going with Joe Pyfer, and I'm going with Brandon Moreno. Raul Rosas Jr. should just be able to score takedowns and control of Vince Morlaes. Vince Morlaes, I got to do commentary during his fights in the XFO. So I've seen him on the regional scene. I've seen him in the UFC. He's okay, man. He's competent. He's not special. The way that Raul Rosas Jr. can run people down is special. He has those shades, those flashes of Khamzat Chimaev, Chael Sonnen, dominant grappling. You could imagine Raul Rosas Jr. mauling him with the wrestling. If it's a little bit closer, you could still see him having those advantages in those rounds with the takedowns and the control time, potentially taking the back, etc. Like if Vince Morlaes is not able to get an Elijah Smith out of there with the grappling, I don't think he's getting Raul Rosas Jr. out of there with a submission or something. So I'm gonna take the kid. I'm gonna take the Crimson Chin. I got Raul Rosas Jr. in this one. All right. Those are my 5 most confident picks, but I got more than that. Come see me on Premium Channel. I'm telling you, this week I'm all in. I'm all in. All right. And not like the David Sachs podcast. I'm all in on these fist fights. It was a solid week last week. We had some fun with it. Let me go over and see, because people always want the 5 most confident recaps. Let me see if I go find them from last week. Who did I give y'all last week? I always remember my bets. So that's honestly what I'm recapping because it's on the top of my head. We could talk about the fights a little bit. Jan Blachowicz and Carlos Ulberg was not a bad fight. Why are y'all saying the fight sucked? It did not suck, okay? Maybe you're spoiled. Maybe you've seen too many good fights this year and you don't respect a good kickboxing bout when you see one. Carlos Ulberg, patient in the first round, missed a lot of check hooks, shades of Jorge Masvidal, didn't like that. But then as he warmed up, like you could see in the second round, it was a different dude. Boom, boom. He was exploding in with the 1-2, threw a nice knee to the face. They exchanged some kicks. It was a good round. And then the third round, close. But I do think Carlos Ulberg at least 29-28, guys. Come on. Carlos Ulberg won that fight. People saying Jan won that fight. You just like Jan. You like Jan Blachowicz. No, I don't think so. Main event, Sean Brady runs over Leon Edwards. Called it. Called it down the line. Even bet the sub prop, bitches. Sean Brady submission was plus 350. Holla. Nailed it. So I'll do my victory lap there. The Fernandez plus 350. Got to do my victory lap there. How many fucking dogs in a row do I need to give y'all on the Premium Channel? Come get the bets. Okay. Kai Fernandez plus 350. Sean Brady submission plus 350. Vera over Musasa plus 550. When I bet on it, at least. I know these lines move quick. Sam Patterson plus 250. I mean, this is just week after week after week. I got a dog this week. Okay. More than 2-1. Yes. All right. Most confident last week, I gave you guys Christian Leroy Duncan. Nailed it. Loner Kavanaugh. Nailed it. Carlos Ulberg. Nailed it. Sean Brady. Nailed it. Jordan Vucenic. Damn it. Chris Duncan looked good. So 4-1 on most confident last week. I made money. How's everybody doing? What's up, chat? Late night show with the Finch. It's always a late night show. That's how I do shit out here. And I'm on, I'm on Pacific time over here. So a little later, probably where you are. Moreno, Pyfer, and Loopy. How confident are you? Confident, bro. Dude, I went all in, Chief Keef. Bitches love salsa. Oh, and I know it. Fucking with them old boys. You gonna get fucked over. Raris and Rovers. These hoes love Chief Sosa. Hit them with that Cobra. Now your boy slumped over. They do it off of Sosa. Confident, bro. Confident. What up, Bright Boxer? Hafa, Hosas, Loopy, Moreno, Emmers. All right, Wise. Pyfer by KO or sneaky sub. Bro. Betting finishes is not what I normally do. The Sean Brady sub call I did go for. But I don't normally pick finishes, but when I do, We need iCycle. You guys are hitting me with crazy shit. Hello, hello. Can I ask you for an opinion without mention betting? You can ask me anything you want. There are too many confident plays this weekend to waste my money on guys like Cháirez. I'm probably not going to touch Rodríguez, but I do think he wins. Yeah, that's a really good fight. Rodríguez and Costa is really good. Costa looked tremendous against Andre Fili, but it is Andre Fili. And Rodríguez, the take I saw is that he gets taken down all the time. And so Costa sub, that's the take my buddy had. But he gets up all the time too. Like C-Rod's got these great scrambles. Like when you take C-Rod down, he's rolling, he's scrambling back up, he's battling back. He doesn't lay on his back like a turtle, right? He's a spring. So is Costa going to be able to control him? Can he take his back? Can he get the jiu-jitsu going? I think C-Rod's a better kickboxer. So really cool fight. Really good fight between those two. Love the matchup. My boy Finch coming in the clinch. Bang! Nasty clinch. What I tell you, Finch, Santos plus 3.5. All right, Jay. Hey, Finch, man, Kelvin Gastelum gets it done. That would be cool, man. I'm always rooting for Kelvin. Hoffa trains with Cub Swanson and Danny Silva. Instant W. How did you do in your premium picks last weekend? Double wild card, plus 350, plus 350. We got, what's his name? Chris Padilla gave that out as a premium play. Carlos Ulberg landed, but Jordan Vucenic did fuck up the parlay. And then I think we got robbed on the lock, dude. We did 6 locks in a row, and then Mick Parkin lost that decision. But, in hindsight, looking back, I think my lesson is I was so confident in Sean Brady. Only reason I didn't really give him out as lock is because I also had him as the wild card. I thought that was going pretty ham on Sean Brady. But fuck it. When you know, just go for it. So that's cool. I made money. Hopefully you guys did too. We've been winning in premium. Come see your boy. Would you say Vince Morlaes is step up or step down from Ricky Tercios? Something like that. Something like that. Similar stoop. Thank you. Brady versus Shavkat. Who would win? Shavkat's got better striking. Brady's got better jiu-jitsu. Brady's stronger. Shavkat's better at wrestling. The wrestling and the striking of Shavkat's going to be tough to beat, man. That's kind of a tough matchup for Sean Brady. I figured Sean Brady would roll over a Leon Edwards, a sleepy Leon Edwards, a balding Leon Edwards. But Shavkat might get him. What up, Andrew? Holland versus Colby. I'm down. You think C-Rod is a better kickboxer than Melk? I do think that. Yeah. C-Rod, years training over at Rufa Sport. They've churned out a lot of kickboxers, starting with Anthony Pettis. Yeah. I think he's better at kickboxing. I do. Slightly, though. I mean, I don't know. Costa could win that fight. That's a really good fight. I'm not fucking bet on that fight. The Mick Parkin robbery cost me $1,000. Yeah, danger. Yep. I didn't go that ham on it. Yeah. So, that's why when I give out the premium bets, it's never one, because you can cover it, So hitting 2 plus 350s covers it. You know what I'm saying? Seeing Brady, man, I think he's the real deal, although he's boring. He learned from Bilal. So Bilal was tweeting, right, in the tweet storm during the fight. He's like, he copied my homework. Kinda, but not in that way. Like, not in the way he fought Leon, just more so, well, sure. But I think really what happened was Bilal beat up Sean, and Sean's like, why don't I move forward like that? Like, why don't I impose my game like that? And you've seen him do it. He did it to Gilbert Burns, he did it to Kelvin. He's moving forward on these guys now. It's definitely, he's definitely turned a wrinkle in his game. Sean Brady's in his prime now. We're seeing Sean Brady. We're seeing 2025 Brady. Not that Brady. So what's Melk's path to victory and what's C-Rod's path to victory? Sean Shelby, you're my guy, so I'll break that one down. Melquizio Costa's path to victory is getting a submission over Christian Rodríguez. He should look to take him down, and as Christian tries to build up, catch a neck some way, right? That should be his pathway. Take the back, catch the guillotine, sink a darce, anaconda, etc. Right? Because Christian Rodríguez is going to immediately scramble. And in those scrambles, there's always risk, right? There's stuff available, right? You can catch something. C-Rod's pathway is to keep this at range. I think the more range there is, the better. Use the big cage in Mexico City. Move around, move left, move right, kickbox him up. Kickbox him up from range. Every time he gets a hold of you, disengage. Get off that fence. Treat that fence like it's electric. Get your back off of it. Take the center of the cage, right? Hit him with the slick shit and stay off your back. I think that's their pathway. Alexia Tainara is going to be a problem at strawweight. She looked good, man. She looked good. She's crazy. That walkout was crazy. She's dancing her ass off. She did look good. So props to her. I'm so disappointed in the ground game of Molly McCann. Molly Meatball's grappling is awful. It's just not getting better. You know? Fucking Alexia posted on her chest. Like Molly's fighting the post so much she just gives up the takedown. Scrambles, gives up her back. While she gives up her back, Alexia's got a hook in. Alexia takes the hook out with no underhook on the same side. I'll tell you what, you need diagonal control to control a human. If you have no hook on the hip, no underhook on the upper body, Molly could have just turned. Molly just needed to make a left turn. Instead, she just gets strangled. Molly, your jiu-jitsu's trash. It's unfortunate because she trains with solid grapplers. Look at the other fighters from that gym. Every time I see Patty Pimblett corner somebody, they win by fucking submission. Okay? They got a good submission grappling team. Patty Pimblett's submitting people in the UFC at a decent level. Lightweights are good. Molly's grappling decision-making is real bad. So it's on her. She stole my microphone too. Molly, give me my fucking microphone back. Gonna grapple like that. Damn it. Fuck with Molly McCann. Very cool in person. Very cool. Bad at grappling. Pyfer lock. Ateba. Yeah. Powerful, but trains at sea level. UFC newcomer. Looking a little sketch to me. You think Rosas, Rafa, and Moreno? I think you're right. Yeah, I did go hard on Molly. Molly retired? No. You're kidding. You're kidding. Molly McCann retired? Is that cap? Molly Meatball. What? Molly McCann retires? I didn't even see her retire. She retired after the fight? I was so disgusted. I just fucking... What? You're kidding. I didn't know that. Oh, man. I take it all back. I love Molly McCann. Sorry, Molly. Jeez. Just dunked on her, retired, and now I feel terrible. God. On that note, I'm getting the fuck out of here. Jesus. I didn't know she retired. That sucks. Sorry, Molly. Molly took that girl on short notice. She had an easier fight. So props to her. Exciting fighter. I can't just give her props now, right? Listen, folks. I went all in on UFC Mexico. All right? I've been on a crazy dog streak. I'm going to drop a dog in the premium channel in T-minus 15 minutes. I don't know. It takes me a while to get uploaded, but I'm going to record it in 15 minutes. I'm going to give out my lock, my parlay. Probably have at least 2 parlays on this one. And I'm just going to I'm going to give you guys my big bets, okay? My most confident bets I will drop. Go check it out on the premium channel. DM at MikeFinchShow. My guy T will get you in. All right. It's Mexico City Fight Week. I think these fights are badass. I hope you're with me. Let's eat. Until next time, it's peace and love.